Hey everyone, today is the day we declare Arch Linux the best distribution ever. Point. At least for me, okay? And I came to this conclusion after 2 years of distro hopping, and I came to a point where I just can't handle any other distribution. I just can't. I'm gonna explain you why. Let's get into it. As always, we're gonna start with a little bit of context. The idea here is not to bash any other distro and put Arch, at the top of the food chain and just saying like Arch by the way, or just thinking that because the Arch users are able to read a wiki that they are better users than anybody else. That's not the point of this video. It's just my fault and my subjective approach towards the usage of distribution in general. And I want you to understand why I do believe that Arch is just better. But it doesn't mean that it's going to be a better experience for you. But if you use your computer as I'm using it, there is a high chance that you're going to have exactly the same thought and same opinion at the end of this video. So let me get there, okay? If you want to understand what the difference are between one distro to another, you really need to understand what a distro is. And when I say distro, it's a distribution. Nobody can say the opposite about the fact that we are all using, as a Linux user, we are all using the same kernel, we are all using the same packages, at least the source. The distro itself is just applying like 3 different, I would say, criteria for me, and I'm gonna name them. The first one is the way the package are getting pushed within the distro, and it's maintained and updated, and it's called the package manager. So this is, in my opinion, the first point of differentiation between distro. The second one is the vision of the distro itself. Like how the maintainer of this distro, of the maintainers, design the way the distribution is going to function. So you have like on one hand, like the maintainer will want to have a stable type of release, which means like every 6 months, every 1 month, they're going to have a big push with upgrading all the packages and everything else to really like focus on stability. And on the other hand, you're going to have, for example, like the rolling edge, which are more like pushing the update really fast. And there is a lot of different like little like tweak in between where you can, like choose, for example, a desktop environment, impose a new way of distributing system. I'm thinking about Ubuntu right now with their Snap, different timeline for pushing your upgrade, like Tumbleweed. And there is so many vision out there. There is like 100 of them. And it's something you need to take in consideration, right? And the last one will be the community. Because you have to think like the distribution itself is nothing without the community to exchange and I would say like refine the product at the end. So the bigger the community, the better, I would say most of the time. So those are the 3 criteria that should come into your distribution choice. And I'm talking just about their side. Then it's going to be really like, depending on what you expect from your computer and your workload, your workflow, everything, what type of like distribution is going to be more adapted to you. In my case, I'm a gamer and a content creator. As a gamer, I need the latest software, the latest driver. I need the latest packages. Long story short, this is what you need. And as a content creator, I also need a certain amount of stability. I want my operating system to be solid enough and to be also flexible enough. If something breaks, I can fix it pretty fast. I cannot, being some type of wall where I can't do it because it's too complicated. So now, why Arch is superior to the other one from my perspective? We're going to go through the 3 points again, and you're going to understand pretty quick. The package manager, aka Pacman, is in my opinion the best package manager out there. It's the fastest. You can configure it like to the end. And it's just mind-blowing. The way Arch was able to make you construct their distribution like a Lego using this tool is just awesome. So that's the first thing. And when you go back from Arch to, let's say, a Debian-based distro or even Fedora, I would say like even OpenSUSE, like all of them, when you use their package manager, you're gonna feel like it's sluggish, and there is not enough option. Of course, like the Pacman manager is actually really hard to take in hand. I would say it's gonna take you some time and some reading to really understand what you can do with it. It's not, I would say, user-friendly, but who cares? Because when you understand it, you're gonna see that everything goes so fast with Pacman compared to the competition. It's just awesome. Now let's talk about the vision of the distro. If I had to make a brief description of Arch and what type of category Arch is in, I will put it in the category of the mother distro, like a Debian, for example. Like this is the mothership, and you will have on bottom of that like a lot of other like daughtership, if I can say that, or daughters, you know, which gonna be using the architecture of this distro, the vision of this distro and kind of like using to their own vision, like transform it to what they want. So you could have like the best example would be like Debian and Ubuntu. When it comes to Arch, it's quite the same, but it's also a little bit different. Let me explain. If you go on their wiki, you're gonna have the principle of Arch. And there is 5 of them: simplicity, modernity, pragmatism, user centrality, and versatility. I could talk about it for like a solid 5 hours, point by point. But what come out of it is really a vision which is simple. They don't add any fuss on top of the packages. Modern, meaning like they have the latest packages stable, pushed through their repo. Pragmatic, which means like there is no political involved. It's just like what works is in, what doesn't work is out, which I love. User central. So user central, which means like they don't try to adapt their product to the user, but it's come from the user to adapt themselves to the distro itself, which I love. And that's why sometimes it can look like a little bit noise in the air. But instead of focusing on how to help the actual user to do something all the time, they can focus on their work and make the distro better. And they give all the tools to the user to become better. And I've been using the Arch wiki even if I'm not using Arch. They have all the answer in it. Like it's just crazy. The last one is versatility, which means their vision itself is like no vision. And I know some of the users are gonna be, well, I need someone to, you know, direct me, and I get it. And that's why you have the daughter distro, right? You wanna go on Arch, you wanna try it, just install DaVinci, because they come with a vision which is more like, you know, like holding your hand to go there. But at least you're gonna have, you know, a little bit more help. Okay, sorry about that. But this is the idea, guys. When it comes to versatility, for someone like me who want to build exactly what he wants, this is just perfect, because I don't have to deal with any of the extra fuss that someone is trying to impose on my own machine. There is no bloat, none, and this is great. And the last point, the community, which is in my opinion one of the most important. When you get into any type of distro, you will certainly see some distro which are like really good, like insanely good. But if they have a good vision, if they have a good packet manager, but they don't have any community behind them, you're gonna feel really lonely, and you're gonna have to do a lot of heavy lifting by yourself. When you reach a distro which has a huge community and really involved community, is gonna make your path and your experience so much easier. So I know some of you guys are gonna be, yes, but the Arch users, they are not friendly and whatever. I'm an Arch user. Am I not friendly to you guys? There is certainly some bad apple out there. But I'm telling you, most of the Arch users, they are really, really nice. Yeah, I'm not saying that for myself. I'm saying for all the Arch users actually encounter. They are awesome. The AUR is kind of a proof of it. The AUR is some type of like repo in which all the Arch user can create their little like installation package build to install whatever you want. And there is right now 86,000 extra packages made by the community for the community. And I'm telling you, most of the packages you're going to require, they are here. And instead of trying to deal it on your own and do it the hard way, you're going to have certainly someone who did it there. And if you want to help, you can just go there, create an account and help. This is just awesome. Like a lot of users always mention the AUR, and I have to mention it here because AUR is such a powerful tool. Like you have no idea until you try it. So one of the questions I hear all the time, but it's not even a question, it's that it's kind of an affirmation. Everybody believes that Arch is really, really hard, and you need an MIT type of degree to be able to run the operating system. But it's not true. I'm not an engineer. I have nothing to do with IT in general. Obviously, I'm a passionate user. I'm a gamer mostly. And what I learned at school is not related to IT at all. But guess what? I can install Arch Linux the hard way in less than 45 minutes. I made a stream about it. If you want to go watch it, I'm going to put a link below. It's so, I wouldn't say easy, but if you know how to read a wiki, you're going to be fine. You're going to be real fine. And the good news is like, even if you can't do it, there is script right now, like Arch install, that let you install Arch the easy way. You have nothing to do. You just follow the little like questionnaire there, like yes, no, okay, and it's done. It's installed. Like, don't be scared. Just try. Worst case scenario, you install something else. But I'm really telling you, like, go for it. Now, for everything related to maintenance, I understand you don't want to go to Arch Linux right away. Just try EndeavourOS. It's going to be even easier. I'm not kidding. Now, another point that I always see, it's about the breakage. When you go to a forum on Reddit or anywhere, or even on Discord, everybody is like, oh, you are using Arch? Oh, wait until it breaks. My distro is so stable. I'm like, bro. Like, okay, maybe you had a bad experience and you didn't know how to fix it. Which I understand. But don't say it's not stable. I met people from the industry which have been running Arch for 10 years straight. 10 years. Not having to reinstall. Everything is working out of the bat. Even me, I started as a beginner on Arch and I kept my Arch install for almost 2 years. Using it every day, creating content, and I've done a lot of mistakes on it because I was a beginner. But then you can correct them. You learn how to correct them, and it's not that hard. It's not hard at all, actually. So don't let you influence by that. It doesn't break. I would say it break. Okay, let me rephrase that. It does break sometime, but it's not that hard to fix. It takes like 2 to 10 minutes to fix anything. It's not hard. So yes, something to think about, okay? It's really important. So now I give you all about the theory, right? Let's talk about a little bit of practice. So let's say you are like me and you are using a NVIDIA card. And as you know, they did release the last new feature branch version, which is a branch with all the latest stuff. 545.29.02. Guess what? If you are on any other distro and you want to install this, I'm pretty sure it's pretty scary, huh? And even if it's not that scary, you will be able to install it. I'm pretty sure, like, I don't believe you are incompetent. And what I'm saying is, like, it's going to be kind of hard to install. It's going to take you time. is going to be a real pain. So why Arch is just better for this specific case? If you were a subscriber of my channel and watching most of my video, you will know I'm a big fan of TKG. So TKG is a nickname for a guy, a pretty solid guy actually, who is creating a lot of like nice scripts for all the Linux users. And he has this script called nvidia-all. And what does this script do? It lets you install whatever driver you want, like all of them. You just copy that, open a terminal, paste it, press enter, and look, I'm gonna show you which driver version do you want. You just choose, you install. 5 minutes. You reboot, you are good to go. That's the power of Arch and the community. You impressed? Because now what it means in less than 10 minutes and 2 reboots, you could try 3 different versions of NVIDIA driver. 3. Less than 10 minutes. You understand what I'm saying? The amount of versatility and the craziness of it. Try to do that on any other distro. Good luck, guys. Like literally good luck. Because I've been doing a lot of challenges those days, and I'm telling you, nothing, and I'm saying it again, nothing right now that I've tested can do that. And if you have on your hand any type of distros that can do that, who have the tool to do that quick, please let me know in the comment below, because I'm really curious. I'm going to show you a last example, and I think it's going to be enough. I've been making video about installing like complex, and I would say like heavy application like DaVinci Resolve. When it comes to DaVinci Resolve on most of the distro, you're going to hit a wall. Because DaVinci Resolve has been really like created to run for CentOS on Linux, the run application they have. So if you're not running CentOS, you're gonna have to do some tweak, and it's gonna take you some time. To give you an idea, like I made a video on OpenSUSE, I think, and Mint, to how to install DaVinci Resolve. And those videos are about, I don't know, 15 to 20 minutes, where I explain in detail all the steps you have to do and all the hassle you have to go through. Well, guess what? On Arch Linux, which is supposed to be the hardest distro, you go on the AUR and you tap DaVinci Resolve. So here you're gonna have multiple options. I'm gonna go with the normal one, DaVinci Resolve here. And guess what? Click on this, and here is the script. You can install it like that. You don't believe me? So we go back there. I'm gonna tap Paru, which is a AUR type of Pac-Man. If you want one day, I make a video about it explaining everything, but I'm gonna tap DaVinci Resolve, and boom, it's finding it here from the AUR, DaVinci Resolve. If I press 2 and enter, it's gonna install it. Like, it's gonna install it right off the bat. Clear install, nothing to do. Sometimes the script, they have issue, which is fair, because they are maintained by the community. And here you can see like it's flagged out of date. And the maintainer here, his name is Satriani. He's gonna go there, boom, update it, and you are good to go. If there is any type of issue, there is a lot of like commentaries there which explain what to do, what not to do. It's so straight to the point. And that's why I believe Arch is above the crowd. So guys, I don't want to oversell it, but the truth is like now when I use any type of other distro, I just can't do it. I just can't do it. Everything is so complex. Everything is so like user-friendly in between commas. They try to impose their vision so hard on me that I felt like I'm locked in. And I can't do whatever I want. And the only distro right now which gives me this freedom is Arch, and especially when it comes to gaming. You want to change the kernel? Boom, 1 second. I'm going to make video about it really soon. You want to change your driver like I show you? Boom, 1 second. You want to install any type of like crazy application which will normally like take you like, 1 day of research if you don't find my video. Then when you finally have the documentation, like between 25 and 30 minutes of installation and like pain, like why? Like why do we have to go through that? So I do understand the vision and what the other distribution like bring to the table in certain case. But what I'm saying here is that if you are willing to go through the hassle of learning about Arch and understanding and becoming better at it, your late game, I would say, is gonna be such a better experience overall. So yeah, Arch definitively ruined every other distro for me, all of them. That's it, that's all. Guys, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to give a thumbs up. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. On top of that, I would say thanks for all the members and from YouTube and Patreon who have been helping me for so long. Thank you very much. You have no idea how much it helped. Guys, I think I'm gonna make more and more video about Arch and less video about the other distro. I'm gonna go with the Fedora challenge. You're gonna watch it, but yeah, it's gonna be all about Arch in the coming months. I'm pretty sure. Have a great one, and as we say over there, bisous bisous.